Guys, there's a little update on the 56. As you can see, it's got some that's some brand new, of course, aftermarket rallies, but have 15 by 4s, skinnies on it, kind of keeping with the old drag kind of look to it. But rebuilt the carburetor. Well, the owner did, Caleb. Rebuilt the carburetor, new fuel pump. Car runs really damn good. Ordered a brand new set for the back wheels and tires. The tires came in today, but the wheels are still in Ohio, I do believe, was the last FedEx update on it. Does have a lot bigger hole in the floorboard now with that Vertigate style shifter. It just shifts forward first, second, then that's first, that's second, then third, then fourth. So it's just a straight action shifter on a 4-speed. But we'd bought that, well, I didn't. Caleb bought it at a car show, and here is reverse. When it gets in a neutral position, that's your reverse right there. But when we were at Lineville about 2-3 years ago, he picked that up, and so we decided to put it on here. Now, what we have discovered, here's the bench seat that we got for it, which I know everybody's going to say, well, it's out of 57 because it's small on the side, but it is a 57 front seat. But with this shifter now and everything, instead of notching the seat, we're going to relocate the seat back without drilling any holes in the floor. So we went and got some flat bar and drilled it and tapped it for it to actually go in the floor and bolt down like that. And now we can take the original straps in the front and relocate them back here. We're both 6 foot tall, so relocating the seat all the way back is not a big problem at all. But we moved it back, I want to say it was 4 inches back. So these plates will actually bolt down to the floorboard on both sides, and then this clamp the front, and then the back of the seat we drilled and tapped these, so it'll bolt down, and the seat sits flat and level. So we're going to put them on both sides. So here's the other one for that side. Caleb's actually going right now to actually get hardware and pick up the kids actually from daycare. But she does run good. Do have a brand new gas tank, new fuel line for it. What else? Hopefully this car will be at Lineville coming up in November. I think it's the 5th and the 6th this year in Lineville, and that's his goal, is to drive it there. I was going to drive my station wagon. I don't know if I'll still have it by then. If not, I'll drive one of my other cars, or Firebird or something. I don't know. But just a little quick update on this car. And tomorrow, I'm pretty sure, or if not the next day, probably Friday, I'll get another video with all the matching rally wheels on it, the seat bolted down, video of it running, driving. And he is going to sell this car. I don't think this is something that he's going to just keep, but It's not a bad old car. It really isn't. And that's a 56 265 it's in it. Still got the cartridge oil filter on it. I mean, that is a 56 power pack intake on it. But yeah, it has. I know some people were saying, "Oh, it's 283." Well, it doesn't have the side mounts or anything like that. It is a, true 56 265. But we're still with the cast iron bell housing because it has no cross member. And we just threw that 4-speed in there today, and with the shifter and everything on it, and that thing just bolts right up to the bell housing and does not have a cross member under it. The bell housing basically is what holds that thing up. But that is a neat old shifter he bought, and it probably rode in the back of my truck in the, when I say the back of it, the 4-door part of it was enclosed, of course, out of the weather, but behind the seat for probably a year and a half, almost 2 years. And so now he's excited to finally use that thing. Because me and the other 2 friends of ours went to the car show and when he bought it, and we were definitely like, you will never ever use that thing. But lo and behold, he is going to use it. But I don't think he's going to paint it. I think he's just going to leave it just like this. Not 100% sure, but I think he is. And this car was a Bel Air car. All the trim, I've got my 56 wagon down there, in which it has the original radio in it. But mine was not a Bel Air. It didn't have the clock or anything. But of course, if he wants a radio to put in his, because the dash has never been cut or anything, he can have it. But this was just a cool car to be this thing was a factory 6-cylinder 3-speed car. It was not a V8 car. It's a D-code car instead of a V. But this thing was a 6-cylinder 3-speed, and I think it's got 370 gears if I'm not mistaken. But y'all correct me if I'm wrong on that. But hey, and by the way, if y'all like these videos, like and subscribe. I mean, means a lot. Hell, keeps me doing them. But I enjoy it. I love the feedback. I love the comments, and I always, comment back or like if somebody's just, if y'all making a statement about something, that's one thing. But if it's a question, hey, I answer it, or I love y'all's responses and stuff. So I try to stay on top of that and answer everything. But and some input on y'all that shifter. Y'all tell me what y'all like, if you like it or not like it. He loves it, so he's the owner of the car, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But it's a neat shifter, and it's just a straight pattern. It's not a gated shifter. So it's just, straight back, or straight forward, straight back, straight forward, and straight back. And it does take up a lot more room, and we wouldn't possibly have to be doing this with the seat. But once again, we are, larger people, and those stern wheels are pretty big, so it does help by moving the seat back. We do have some bucket seats we could have put in here, but the bench seat is just cooler, and hey, I'd rather keep a bench seat in it. But like I said, I think it's a cool old car. But I'll have another video, I'm sure, by the weekend on it, a bit up and running and moving around on its own power. But the motor actually runs really, really good. We put the fan on it and new radiator hose, and got the plugs in the block because where they had drained all the coolant out of it. But yeah, once again, I hope y'all like these videos, and if you do, like and subscribe, and I'll keep them coming. But I'll make another video of it, I'm sure before the weekend. But once again, y'all stay safe out there, and hey, let's keep this thing going. Let's keep old cars alive out here. Y'all have a good one. See ya.